Power is a dangerous temptation. It can defend freedom or destroy it. And in Washington, President Donald Trump is once again walking that razor's edge. He says he's not a dictator, but claims most Americans might just like one. With troops on standby, flag burners in the crosshairs, and even the Pentagon on the verge of being renamed, on paper it looks like law and order. In practice, critics say its raw power stretched far past the Constitution's limits. And as Donald Trump leans into authority while denying the label, the question now is whether American democracy can survive his definition of freedom. Our next report goes into detail.
In America's power capital, the word dictator echoes louder than the sound of democracy today. President Donald Trump is once again brushing off the label, but not without fueling it, because while he says he hates dictators, he also admits some Americans might just like one. On Monday, the president signed a set of controversial executive orders. He pushed back against critics who accuse him of acting like a dictator after his administration deployed National Guard troops in D.C. And while critics call these moves authoritarian, Trump insists he is just bringing common sense back to law and order. But the bigger storm lies in the streets. Trump has already sent the National Guard to Los Angeles, and now he's threatening to do the same in Chicago, Baltimore, and beyond.
As you all know, Chicago's a killing field right now, and they don't acknowledge it. And they say, we don't need him, freedom, freedom. He's a dictator, he's a dictator. A lot of people are saying maybe we like a dictator. I don't like a dictator. I'm not a dictator. I'm a man with great common sense, and I'm a smart person. And when I see what's happening to our cities, and then you send in troops, instead of being praised, they're saying you're trying to take over the republic. These people are sick.
Trump says there is rising violence in these cities. Democrats say the president is manufacturing a crisis to grab power. The backlash has been fierce. California's governor, Gavin Newsom, warned of an authoritarian takeover. An Illinois governor called Trump a wannabe dictator after the president threatened to send troops to Chicago.
Donald Trump wants to use the military to occupy a U.S. city, punish his dissidents, and score political points. If this were happening in any other country, we would have no trouble calling it what it is, a dangerous power grab.
But Trump, unfazed, is leaning in. It's not the first time he's walking this tightrope between denial and suggestion. Back in December 2023, he told Fox News he would only be a dictator on day one. Months later, he clarified it was sarcasm, but also added that a lot of people like it. Polls now show that most Americans see Trump as a dangerous figure, whose power should be curbed before democracy itself is at risk. Yet, the president's moves keep pushing the boundaries. He ordered Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth to create a specialized unit within Washington's National Guard, tasked with public order and security. And in a striking throwback, the president floated changing the Pentagon's name back to the Department of War. And he went further, tightening his clampdown with a new order to investigate and prosecute anyone who burns the American flag, despite a 1989 Supreme Court ruling that protects it as free speech.
And what the penalty is going to be, if you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail, no early exits, no nothing. You get 1 year in jail. If you burn a flag, you get, and what it does is incite to riot. I hope they used that language, by the way. Did they?
Yeah, incitement.
Incite to riot. And you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail. You don't get 10 years, you don't get 1 month. You get 1 year in jail, and it goes on your record. And you will see flag burning stopping immediately.
Trump insists he is no dictator, and his critics say he is already acting like one. The legal battle is now brewing over troops on the streets, flags on fire, and the Pentagon's very identity.
Flag burning. All over the country, they're burning flags. All over the world, they burn the American flag.
It could determine just how much power a president can seize. As of now, Trump keeps testing the limits of the Constitution. If America's streets become battlegrounds and its symbols turn into weapons, the question that stands is whether the stars and stripes will still stand for liberty or for Trump.